Hey guys, and welcome back to another Coffee Corner
Coffee Corner.
with Bill and Ray.
Hey.
Gotta make sure I don't destroy that really nice cup of yours.
Yeah,
Looks like you upgraded.
definitely. Star Wars, dude. I mean, I know we're not talking about Star Wars today, but
Not today. I have
one day,
One day
future
we will.
episode.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
Oh yes, Obi-Wan. That'll be great.
Yeah.
But that'll be for a later time.
Yeah. So, what do we got today?
So today, I thought I'd surprise you with this.
Okay. Cool. You have the Batman.
I did. I brought the Batman. This is the Steelbook edition Best Buy exclusive. This one is the 4K Blu-ray with the Blu-ray and the digital code.
It's a good movie.
It is. So the Batman came out March 4th, 2022. It was directed by Matt Reeves. It stars Robert Pattinson as the Batman, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and Jeffrey Wright as Lieutenant James Gordon, I
Yeah.
believe. Is that correct? It also has Paul Dano as the Riddler, Colin Farrell as the Penguin, and Andy Serkis as Alfred.
Yeah.
A lot of great people in the film.
Oh, yeah. It was a phenomenal cast.
Yeah,
I liked
great
it.
cast. Coolest part for me was Colin Farrell,
Yeah.
because
That
I
was
had
a
no
surprise.
idea.
It didn't even look like
It
him.
didn't. With all the prosthetics they added, you had no clue that was him. But he is a really great actor.
Yeah. I heard he went into a coffee shop just to see if anyone would recognize him, and
Nobody would recognize
yeah,
him.
nobody recognized him.
Nobody believed me when I kept telling them, no, that is Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
And they're like, no way. I'm like, yo, it is. It is.
Yeah. So, what'd you think of the movie?
So going into it, I just kind of went with a fresh mind, not thinking of any previous Batman films. Just kind of like, okay, this is a new film, so let me just take it in as a new film. And I enjoyed it, but I did have some issues with certain parts of it. What about you? How did you feel about the movie?
First viewing, I wasn't exactly sure. This was a very new type of superhero movie that I feel like we never seen before.
True.
After the second viewing, I was able to understand it a little bit more, like the motives for the Riddler
Mm-hmm.
and the issues with Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Ultimately, I felt like it was a really good movie.
Do you feel like it was the 10 out of 10 that some places were giving it, like IGN, I believe they gave it a 10 out of 10?
Yes and no. It's worth the 10 because this movie laid a really strong foundation for a new Batman universe that we've
Okay.
never seen before. Second movie can easily go into and be more action-packed. That's
True.
That's one of my complaints about this movie is that the action wasn't there. There wasn't enough action.
It was a lot more storytelling, I felt, than action.
This movie was extremely story-driven.
It
and
wasn't,
that's-
yeah, there was no, like, your normal superhero movies the way they are now.
Yeah.
Very action-oriented.
You have
this
action, story,
Mm-hmm.
comedy to break up everything, rinse, repeat.
Yes.
With some of our,
like
action
more like the
superhero
Marvel side, yes. It's a lot of
movies.
that.
It's a good formula they have.
It does, and it's working for them.
Yeah, it definitely works for them, but this movie didn't have that.
Well, that's what I was about to say. What I've noticed, though, usually with the DC universe is they take a different approach,
Yes, they do.
which I don't mind, though. I know there was not a whole lot of action. The action that there was, though, was not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
it was good. But moving through the story, I wasn't bored throughout that time.
No,
you know?
that's one of the things I liked about the movie is that it was story driven, but it kept your interest. It didn't fall flat at any point during the movie.
Oh, wait. There is one part, though. So at the very end,
Okay.
I felt like there was 3 points where they could have stopped the movie, and it would have ended just fine. But it was like one, and then I was like, oh, wait, it's still going. Oh, wait, it's still going? You know,
Kind of
thing.
like the Hobbit
Lord of
and
the
the
Rings.
Lord of the Rings,
Yes.
the last one.
Yeah.
After the first viewing, all I got from the movie was just vengeance. That's all Batman was about.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But then after the second viewing, the ending, after he saved everybody and the voiceover, he was saying that I kind of feel like I'm more of a symbol of hope.
I thought that was Superman, though.
I know. I thought that was Superman too, and I was like, wait a minute, they stole that from Superman. That's what the S stands for. We can go into the second movie
Mm-hmm.
and Batman being more about hope than vengeance.
Do you think they're gonna move forward with the second film?
Yeah, it's already in. It's already.
Oh, it's already
Yeah,
in.
it's
Like,
already greenlit.
okay, and I'm sure Batman will be back. Commissioner Gordon. I don't know if they'll add anyone else. I'm
Oh,
assuming
I'm sure they
maybe
will.
maybe Zoe Kravitz might come back. I'm not sure.
That's a, yeah.
I mean, the chemistry between them wasn't bad.
The chemistry was actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it.
I
What'd you
wasn't
think?
sure at first, but then yeah, it kind of, the further the story went, the more the chemistry was better.
Yeah,
I thought.
the chemistry did get a lot better as the story went on.
Yeah.
So what were your complaints about this movie?
I thought the walking slow was kind of annoying in some aspect. I mean, there was even memes about it. Like the way he walks, and he walks so slow. Like the movie could have been a little bit shorter had he walked
Yeah.
a little faster. That kind of joke. And I didn't understand it. I know it's dark and brooding, but I thought the part where he first shows up and those guys are waiting like to fight this guy, and I'm like, okay, well, he'll be here any minute. I swear to God, he's coming. Like he's walking so slow.
Well,
So that part was one. The only part where I thought that really worked was the scene with Penguin when the car flips over and he's walking. It's all raining and stuff. That cinematic looked cool with him
Mhm.
walking so slow, because it's like, oh my God, it's like Batman. He's coming at me from the side of the villain. Any other part, I thought it was kind of weird. The slow walking.
it didn't bother me. I was okay with it. I didn't even notice. On that note, the one thing that did bug me was Selena Kyle's movement. I kind of felt like whenever she was on scene
Mm-hmm.
fighting or getting on her motorcycle, I kind of felt like it was sped up a little bit.
I'll have to look at that again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that part. Do you think it was the way he wanted to film that scene, or was it just an...
I don't know if they were trying to speed it up to make it look like she was like super quick, or because she doesn't strike me as a martial artist like Jet Li or Bruce Lee,
Oh,
or
yeah.
when they're on film, it's like, whoa, hey, you need to slow down, buddy.
Yeah.
The camera's not catching all of your movements. So
The other thing I wasn't sure of either was the whole dynamic between Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like, it felt like as if Bruce Wayne was still Batman without the suit on. Or even just the way he was acting. It was like you could tell, hey, that's probably Batman because he's acting weird. That's not Bruce Wayne at all.
yeah,
He didn't embody the Bruce Wayne that we've seen in previous films or in the comics.
yeah, that was one of the things that I noticed too on my first viewing was that where's Bruce Wayne?
Mm-hmm.
But then after doing a little bit of research, it was pointed out that he didn't want to be Bruce Wayne. He wanted to be only Batman.
Yeah.
And then thinking about the movie, it's like, okay, the movie starts on Halloween. The movie basically ends on Election Day, which is November 5th. And during all that time, there's a serial killer going on. So I assume
His focus
Bruce Wayne was trying to solve this murder. And I guess he was in panic mode and, forget Bruce Wayne. I need to be Batman 24/7 so I can figure out what's going on.
Oh, yeah, I guess I
So-
can understand that. Plus, it's kind of earlier in his bring up of becoming Batman.
Yeah, I think this is year 2.
Okay.
he's-
So that makes
that he's
sense then.
Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's still kind of trying to embody being Batman and Bruce Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
and how he can utilize both
So
to his advantage.
based off this movie, he's going to realize that, being Bruce Wayne is just as important as Batman.
It really is for
So-
the Batman specifically in the comic books and everything. He can use Bruce Wayne is so he's a rich guy.
Mm-hmm.
He owns businesses, so he's able to get into places maybe
That Batman couldn't.
or very easily, and nobody suspects him of
Yeah,
anything because
true.
he's a billionaire playboy kind of guy, right? And then at night, after he's done whatever he needs to do during the day, now he can embody Batman
Mm-hmm.
and go break into the place and go look for whatever he's looking for, or whatever, however Batman usually does, like sneaks
Yeah.
in and so forth. So yeah, I can understand that. But yeah, if moving forward from this, he'll have that realization, I think that would be pretty awesome in the next film.
Yeah. So what was the best thing you liked about this movie?
Honestly, and people might disagree with me, I like the Riddler.
Riddler was good.
I actually liked his embodiment of it, the way he acted. Some people felt that it was more Joker-esque. I don't agree with that at all, honestly.
I don't either. Yeah.
Now, is it campy old Riddler from other parts? Not so much. But just the the acting of Paul Dano as that character, I thought was great.
It was
Yeah.
really good.
I would like, wow, I could kind of maybe, I guess, fear this guy. however you
His
wanna say it.
motives were justified.
Yes, they were.
I felt
Yeah.
like, okay, I can see why he's doing this. I can see why he's upset. I
Mhm.
mean, that was one of the things he brought up was Bruce Wayne as an orphan
Mm-hmm.
was not really an orphan. He had money. He had a house.
He did. Yes.
And then you had other orphans. He was like, to me, being an orphan was 30 kids to one room,
Mm-hmm.
being, with rats chewing my fingers in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
That's being an orphan.
Yeah. When he's saying all that, he has no idea that he's talking to Bruce Wayne, correct?
He has no idea. The first
Right.
time I saw it, I thought it was.
At first,
I
I
was
thought
like,
like
wow,
the
he
motive
knows.
was that he knew
Yeah.
that Batman was Bruce Wayne. But
Mhm.
then watching it still carry on that scene, I'm like, oh wait, he has no idea that's Bruce Wayne that he's telling
Yeah.
all this to.
And I think even Batman was like, well, does this guy know who I am?
Yeah, because he
And
even
he was
seemed
just
like it, right?
Playing the quiet game, like, okay, I'm going to
Let him finish.
stay quiet. Yeah.
Let him
So
finish.
that's what
and
I
see where this
got.
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was pretty crazy, that scene, because
Mhm.
like I said, at first I thought, and then it turned out not to be that way.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below what you thought of the film or what you didn't like about the film. And I guess we'll see you on the next Coffee Corner.
See you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.